29 forecast.
All right, there it is. There is the view this afternoon, now evening, from Carter Mountain as we look off to the west, and again stuck with plenty of slate gray skies. And those clouds did try to thin a little bit, not only early this morning but late this afternoon, but not across a good portion of the area. This was the scene from Warren Fault this morning. You can see some of the fog beginning to lift, and you can see a little glimmer of sun, but it was short-lived, and of course misty as well. We had some light drizzle. Let's take a look at current conditions at the Charlottesville-Albemarle Airport. 68 was the high today, 66 currently, about 10 degrees below average for this time of year, more like late October. A light northeasterly wind. Currently in the Shenandoah Valley, 61, only made it up to 63 for high today. A light northeasterly wind as well. So most locations now are still in the low and middle 60s, even some upper 50s and low 60s across the Shenandoah Valley. Culpeper did make it into the low 70s this afternoon with a little bit of clearing, but those areas will likely fill back in. So the clouds are all a function of a northeasterly wind flow. That's moisture that comes in off the Atlantic and the Bay, and it piles up east of the mountains. Underneath those clouds, there could still be some drizzle, but that's going to be hard for the radar to detect because the radar beam's shooting up here and the drizzle's down here. So we don't see that on the radar scope. As we take a look at overnight lows, most of us will be in the low and mid 50s. There could be a few upper 40s, especially near and west of I-81. Temperatures here for tomorrow begin to show a little bit more improvement. How about a little bit of sunshine likely with temperatures in the low 70s. Again, our average daytime highs in the upper 70s, so we'll call it a mix of clouds and sunshine. We'll likely begin the morning with a fair amount of clouds, then try to mix out with some sun. However, we cloud back up tomorrow night, and by Friday morning, there's likely going to be a few showers around, and then we should start to see some afternoon clearing, and then temperatures will start to turn much warmer as we move into the weekend. Of course, Sunday being the first day of October, and the overall trend looking ahead to the first week of October does show more warmth here across a good portion of the eastern United States, including the mid-Atlantic, but also with that, dry conditions. Not necessarily good news with the ongoing drought conditions. Of course, something to look forward to is the change of the leaves, the fall foliage. Right now, these are expected fall foliage dates, but you normally see the higher terrain out to the west, the Allegheny Potomac Highlands, seeing that color first. As we get toward the next 2 weeks, we see more color, and by the end of the month, that's when we start to see peak, if not past peak conditions, especially out to the west. So we're still under the influence of a big area of high pressure to our north, remnants of Ophelia off to our south and east, the combination of those two locking us in with those northeasterly winds. Look ahead to Futurecast. I think in the morning there'll be more clouds than what's depicted here. Then we'll mix out for some sunshine. We'll call it a mix of clouds and sun during the afternoon, most of us in the low 70s. Then we cloud back up tomorrow night. Friday morning could begin with a few showers around, 50s and 60s to start, and then some afternoon clearing on Friday afternoon with temperatures in the low and mid 70s. Here we are tonight, most of us in the lower 50s, mostly cloudy, some patchy fog, could still be a spot or two of drizzle. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast, something to look forward to. Warmer temperatures and the return of some sunshine, especially as we move into the weekend, more so, and by Sunday around 80, low 80s take us into next week. Welcome October.
Eric, thank you.
Thank you so much.